What I want y'all to see is there's an uprise. There is a generational gap. That's what y'all got to understand. And this is what I'm explaining to my elder brothers here. I think y'all don't think that we understand what y'all saying a lot of times. This is what I tell my brothers and sisters all the time when this conversation arises. Y'all was there when people was getting hosed down. Maybe even mutilated, hung, or castrated, at least maybe your parents. Y'all was there to really see this cracker put foot to ass on black people in a way that we can't even conceive. Now, we come out the hood, right? So, me being on some Crip shit, my enemy at the time was the blood. When you in the hood, the black man's enemy at a certain time was this black woman. The black woman's enemy at her time be the black man. That's what we talking about right now in my generation. We frustrated. If you listen to our music, what's the number one things you hear in our music? We talking about sex and we talking about money. Every time you listen to our music, you hear us saying derogatory things about each other, the different genders. It's a gender-specific war. What does that mean? That we are frustrated with each other as black men and black women. We are sexually frustrated with each other. What's the next argument that we could put on the table when we listen to our music? We frustrated with economics. Why? Because the music is super saturated and rhymes that attest to the fact that we are overwhelmed at the idea of receiving money. Lots of money. So now we have our two problems. Relationships and money. That's the two biggest problems. The music of every culture tells you what's going on in the minds and the hearts of the people that are being afflicted. So music and sex is fucking us over. So we got to identify with our relationships, and you can't rule the world unless you have a family. I don't care if you call it Illuminati, I don't care what you call it. At the end of the day, it's families that's ruling the world. So if you want to destroy black people, if you want to stop us from rising, if you want to impede on our ability to come up, you make sure you destroy the family paradigm of the black man and the black woman, because nobody rules the world unless it's through bloodline or through lineage. You understand what I'm saying? So that's one. We got to put the focus on our families. We got to put the focus on group economics. No, we got to put the focus on our families, put the focus. Without bloodline, through bloodline. Nah. Nah, no problem. Through, no doubt, no doubt. No problem, no problem, no problem. No problem, through bloodline. Through bloodline. Meaning this. Let's do it like this. Your last name, I ain't gonna blow up all your spot, your government. Let's say your last name is Williams, right? And now, there's a brother that wants to marry your daughter, right? What are we supposed to do with that situation? We supposed to do a background check in our community. We supposed to find out what skill set do you have. Are you able to raise a family? Do you have any dowry in the event something happens to you? Because we know the mortality rate for the black man is steadily on decline. Now, this is how we appropriate relationships, because we treat our last name as what? A business. Every other race treats their last name as a business, so they don't allow anybody to marry into their family because they have to maintain the integrity of their family's name. Now, you see us, we allow anybody to come into the family. And with that, that is not a paradigm that's going to secure our future. And we start saying there's going to be no more relationships in our community unless people coming in have certain skill sets, a certain plan, a certain ambition, or a certain strength in their family name. So when we put it together, that's power. See, this is part of the building process. But notice, everything that I'm talking about right now had nothing to do with the white man. You understand what I'm saying? Everything I said, and y'all agree with it, but it had nothing to do with the white man. Now, does this mean we're not supposed to identify the white man for his devilment that transpired throughout the course of history? No, a lot of people misconstrue that part when I'm talking and I say the white man is not the devil. You said the white man's the devil. I say he's not the devil. He's not my devil. I'm my own devil. I'm my own God. I don't even understand where people get that from. You understand what I'm saying? Now, it took us years to find out that God didn't exist outside of us, but God exists within us. It took us years to start identifying ourselves as God and saying God is within. But now we on the devil's outside of us. How the fuck there's no such thing as opposites, just things varying in degrees on a pole. There's no such thing as opposites. Just things varying in degrees on a pole. So it stands to reason, if we learn that God is not outside of us, it's within us, and we understand that we talking about polar opposites, then how could the devil be outside of us? If God is inside of us, then the devil's inside of us. It stands to reason that both are there. So when I say the white man is not the devil, the definite article, THE, when I say the white man is not the devil, it doesn't mean I didn't identify or observe his devilment throughout the course of history. disagree. I'm just saying that I have to be held accountable for my own actions. I'm just saying that I am empowering another race when I can make them my devil, because if I make them my devil, I simultaneously make them my God. And if you are my devil, I have to ask you to relent and let up off of us before we could come up. But if I'm my own devil, that can take place within, and then I could come up. So this is what we're trying to explain to you guys. This is what we're trying to explain to y'all.
But let me say